the game here, starting off with Ryanoob. He's taken out immediately. Of course, you know, beginning of the match doesn't really matter, Joe. It's kind of how you start to play towards the middle of it. We've seen some insane comebacks in the past history of free-for-alls where players are down 8 or 9 kills with a minute and a half left and they come back and do some crazy stuff. What do you think you need to do to really just start off the free-for-all here on Heretic to get a great position to start the game?
I think it's just really important to keep your head in the game the whole time, because you're going to go down at points unless you just run away with it, which doesn't really happen when you have a field of players that are this good. You're going to go down at some point, and you might go down big, but there's always a possibility to come back. You're going to hit a streak where you get maybe 8 or 9 kills in a row. You know, you can always, there's always that chance where you get lucky and you just find like 4 or 5 guys no shields in a row. And then you just have to make sure also that you're trading with those sticky grenades. That's a huge, huge thing that Snipedown used to preach when you play free-for-alls, is that every time that you get in a situation, you want to try and trade out with a sticky grenade if you're going to lose.
And of course, we always
like
see those players at the end of the match that have 47 assists that end up coming in 5th through 8th.
Tragic.
Just the most unfortunate circumstance where all of your kills are getting picked off. You're not being able to finish those kills. And just like you said, getting those stickies. Reverb, though, with some nice shots, as we're going to see Ace now doing the solid rotation, basically from Eli to Eli on pink side. And he ends up getting taken out. Respectful, though, with 5. Looking to take out Renzo. Ooh, goes for the sticky. It's all stickies today, Joe.
Yes. Every time you're down in shots, you're going for a stick to trade out. Because it's so important. You get that extra kill, you take somebody else off the map potentially, and you go out 1 for 1 instead of 0 for 1.
Ryanoob with a small lead. I love seeing the 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the first 6.5 minutes until somebody finally pulls away. Sullen gets taken out by Fatal. Fatal trying to use this insta-flow to take a player out coming from that bottom blue, but of course he's just going to play it slow.
Can we talk about those instas for a minute? This is Walshy's dream match to
cast. I can't believe he's out here casting this right now. That's all. I think he said insta-split 137 times.
We counted.
We counted.
We had a bet. We had a side bet too,
to see how many stickies this man wants to talk about. Ace, though, look at that open mouth.
He claims that he invented the insta-split.
He says he's invented it. I feel like I've seen it on Construct in early Dave years. Taking out Ryanoob. Ace almost gets the double, but Reverb manages to pop him off as well. Respectful, and Porky J going for that trade.
Porky J.
Porky J, baby. Amateur power back in the day. Remember playing that guy in playlist over and over and over again. He's here still dominating. I think I lost to him for my 47 game in MLG FFA when that was a playlist. So
he's got great control of Pink right now. This is where you want to be.
I don't know. That nade was not a high enough arc there. Porky J still spawning in. He's just going to be rotating out, looking towards the space, knows and hoping that Ty has already got some shots off. But yet again, we're seeing trades. Fatal with 16, Ryanoob 16. Still an extremely close match. 3 minutes into the game currently. And Renzo with only 7 is hoping to make a comeback.
Our top players that we predicted are keeping it tight, keeping it competitive here through the first 4 minutes. That's what you like to see. You don't want to go down too big. Like Renzo knows he's in a bad spot right now, down by about 12. He's really going to have to pick it up here if he wants to remain competitive throughout the rest of this game.
For those at home, TBSA stands for the best sniper alive. Shout out to the Game Battles clan from 2009 era. Biggs, wherever you're at in life right now, hope you're living it well.
You know, I was Halo 2 clans, man. I used to be in a clan called No Tan.
Wow. Well, you look like a lead singer of an alt indie band, so.
Band of horses.
Band of horses. You could be Nickelback's little brother. Ryanoob with 22 and Ace, both sticking at it here. Just doing the same rotations over and over again, sticking nice little melee off on him. We'll take out Porky J there.
It's interesting to see when you spawn under the base, you have so many options, and you're definitely on somebody's radar who's sitting on top of the base. So you got to decide whether you go out the front door and jump up through the front, if you take the lift, if you try to go out and walk in through the side. Most of the time, you're just going to be down on shots.
Renzo with the nice insta-explode. That one's for you, Dave. Takes out another player, and you know we're seeing a lot of action coming out. Like you said, you're spawning this bottom base. You're trying to peek out Eli, just get some of those cleanups. Hopefully somebody's caught on P Street going up, get him one shot, get some of these easy cleanups. FFA is basically, you know, you've got a great shot. You're really hoping to get lucky with a bunch of players that just barely won their gunfights. Flip them a couple bullets, keep moving on. Maybe we'll see some multi-kills. I think we've seen the doubles with the highest we've seen here in this game so far.
Yeah. Great play by Fatal there, though, to clean up 3 players. That's what you're expecting to do. It's just keep cleaning people up. You got to be the janitor. And sometimes it's better to not move off the start of your spawn and just read your radar for a few seconds, kind of get a feel, listen for shots, and then start going after your prey. Make your decision and hope that you can pick up a double, maybe a triple on some weakened players.
Maybe an overkill.
Maybe an insta-explode.
You know, we saw Fatal in the warm-ups. I mean, I believe he took about a 4 or 5 kill lead, but Ryanoob, out of nowhere, just swaps it, was down by a couple, and is now leading by 3. And I feel like the worst spawn in the world is just spawning right there on Eli and having 4 people collapse on you from peeking above you on top of the base.
Very little protection and a lot of people coming in. A high traffic area. It's really tough. We got to keep our eyes on Ace now as he's more in the middle of the pack. About halfway through this game here, he's pushing his way up to 3rd place. It'll be interesting to see if he can get into that #1 spot.
Ooh, Fatal almost with the triple kill to help tighten that gap between him and Ryanoob. Ryanoob doing a good job of trying to separate at least from the middle half of the pack here, about an 8-kill lead from 3rd. Which is pretty exciting, and Ace is just trying to work his way back into it. A veteran, not only in the free-for-all scene. This man's been playing FFA since, what, 2006 in tournaments?
Yeah, he's a long time vet. Been playing, played his first tournaments with Strong Side back in locals in Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, just an extremely long time. 2005, I think. 2005, 2006 is when he played. Also interesting, Fatal we saw in the warm-up game was dominant. So we'll keep our eyes on him also as we go through this, seeing as he was the #1 player in the game that they just played right before this.
Yeah, you know, I think free-for-all is a lot about keeping composure. Remember, you know, if you're down by 10 kills with 8 minutes, that means that you've still got 8 minutes to potentially come back on your opponents. And as you can see, you know, Reverb, none of these guys really look like they're perturbed at all about what's going on here in the match. He's down by about 14.
Now, the panic doesn't really set in until there's about 3 or 4 minutes left, I would say.
Yeah, then you see some of the craziest action we'll see in Halo 3 in the last minute and a half between those players. It's a very close into the game. And at the
big
top.
double by Ace.
Ace going for the triple. Gets the shots on Renzo. Almost manages to take him out, even down at advantage here in that gunfight. Respectful at 31. Still very close between 3rd and 4th. As Ryanoob just seems to be separating more and more. You're still up by 4 kills above that 2nd place player. And he's just looking at some trades.
Top pin. It's risky. Ryanoob doing his thing, man.
He just wants there to be a sword
his own
there.
Way.
He's hoping. Appears out of nowhere.
Takes a big insta-explode right on the chin there. He'll send him into the respawn waiting area as Fatal cleans up Porky.
Porky, though, almost had that reversal. Did you like that Halo 5 terminology I just brought into here?
Leave that in the past.
Almost got him off the trade, but he does manage to finish him off here. And of course, Fatal just sticking around. You know, patience is not necessarily a bad thing in FFA either. You don't want to get too overly aggressive. But one thing that I noticed about some of the kill standings when we were looking at these players coming into the finals, some of the top guys may have had the most kills, obviously, to advance, but they also had the most deaths, which just means they're putting themselves out there to get those trades and get those kills.
Man. We talk about that all the time in Call of Duty. How many engagements you're actually getting into over the course of the game is important in terms of helping your team when it's a team game. And, you know, in a free-for-all especially, you're giving yourself more chances to get kills and also get killed, obviously.
Sullen has actually had a pretty nice comeback there. Manages to stick Ace, and he's going for the double. Another sticky off Fatal. He was down by about, I believe, 11 kills. And started to work his way back into this. Now only down 5. 6 minutes left here in the free-for-all. A lot of money on the line. And a lot of players really starting to clutch up here as we dwindle down on time.
You'll see a lot of people start to play a little bit more patient in the bases. We saw Fatal waiting in the top of the base. It didn't end up working out for him because he was actually moving around the whole time, which is not something that you want to be doing. He's giving himself away for those spawners that are going to come in and sit still underneath the base. Makes for an easy kill there as Ryanoob gets cleaned up with a frag. Ace taking P3 right now. Risky play.
He's soaring. He's thinking he's on that Kentucky host right now.
Feared across the United States.
Gets taken out almost immediately. Fatal, though, with a nice triple. Hoping to get another sticky as he's just waiting for that opponent to come out from underneath the base, seeing which challenge is going to be better for him. But he just hurricanes that shot, unfortunately. Gets taken out, only down 4, though, from that first place position. And Joe, you know, we see a lot of presence here at the Pink Tower. You got a lot of protection over there in comparison to some other parts of the map. You can also catch a lot of those players off those early spawns and rotations. They're going to be weaker. You get those players that might be trying to camp bottom middle that just keep getting that unfortunate basement spawn. And it's, you know, it's really good positioning on the map.
Yeah, Ryanoob now with like a 7-kill lead on 3rd place here. He's really pulling away from the pack. It's going to come down to, I believe, Ryan in the 2nd place player now as we approach the 4-minute and 30-second mark of this free-for-all game. 1 game only.
That's it.
For all the marbles.
Every marble that they have here, actually. I slipped on them on the way in. It's probably a fire hazard, a trip hazard, something along those lines. Renzo, though, down about 21 kills here from that first place position. Trying to get this explode. Knows he's got to be one shot, but doesn't get the cleanup and manages to give Ty his Reverbed that easy dub here. 52 for Ryanoob, 48 for that 2nd place opponent. Ace now down 10. We've seen bigger comebacks with a shorter amount of time. It's all about catching those rotations, Joe. I mean, you never know how many kills you can get in the final 60 seconds.
Big here for Ace. We'll see if he can clean these kills up. He doesn't get the first one, but he does land respectful. Ryanoob comes through with the cleanup. Ace really preferring to go pink instead of staying in the base. We'll see if that ends up working out for him, but he's slipping down the ranks now as he hasn't been very effective in his last few spawns. Ryanoob still leading the pack. Struggling underneath the base right now as he jumps up out front.
Almost grenades himself, but manages to just narrowly escape that. This is what I'm talking about with the patience of Ryanoob. This guy's got 57 kills. He's not trying to overextend out one shot. He's just playing patiently, knowing he's going to have players above. I swear to you, every time you spawn basement, there's a dude above you, and there's somebody on P Street. Yeah. You just need to peek out and try to get those kills, especially if you've got a significant lead like he does right now.
And you have to get lucky, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah, 100%.
Because you don't know whether those players have shields or not. And if you make that right 50-50 decision and you find the guy that has less shields, maybe you come away with that kill. Maybe it turns into a double kill. It's all a big snowball effect in the free-for-all. A lot of luck involved in your tiny decision making.
We've got a 9-kill advantage. You just got a double kill as well, so we're looking at still a 9-kill advantage here for Ryanoob. Respectful, though, climbing up out of there. Shout out to Lottie. She's rooting for Respectful here as we have this game going on, and I believe he was in 5th or 6th, manages to peek back up towards 2nd place. So really, we've got more so of a competition for who's going to be getting that 2nd place prize pool unless we see some sort of huge momentum shift. Ryanoob just doing an excellent job of extending that lead.
Yeah, I was going to say this is really a race for 2nd place here as Ace continues to push the pink side of the map. He's slipped down into 5th place now, so hopefully he can pull it back out. Only 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock here in this free-for-all grand final. Ryanoob still with the lead, trading every single kill, it seems like. That's really the name of the game. If you can spawn and trade a kill every time, you'll probably end up winning, or at least placing in the top 3.
And Sullen representing the Purple Parrots this weekend, by far one of my favorite team names in the entire tournament. Creeping back into 2nd place. Respectful, though, trying to make sure that that lead doesn't get too big. Manages to get that nice kill on Sullen. Ryanoob, though, gets it. Now only a 7-kill lead. This is still completely doable for a lot of these players, trading out between 2nd through 4th. And, of course, Sullen's going to get this nice trade with Fatal. Fatal somehow falling, I believe, to 4th place.
It's real interesting. Ace, no matter where he spawns on the map, he seems like he's just gunning for pink 2, pink 3. We saw him run across top middle from Car there to make it all the way to pink 3.
Now we're down to crunch time, 1 minute and 28 seconds left. That lead is now only 6 kills. Respectful, doing a great job. He's really trying to creep his way back in to this game, potentially still able to get that 1st place position. These players are going to be pushing from all angles. Every 5-second respawn is just another moment where you are sweating. You have no idea what's going to happen here. This is crunch time, baby.
That screen, you're flipping through those cameras. You're really, really sweating it out. I'd love to see Respectful come and make this competitive, make it a 2-3 kill game here, as 2 players are now tied at 61.
This is still anyone's games, Joe.
The final minute of our free-for-all grand finals here, as Respectful pushes into pink 2. Ryanoob trades him out. That's smart play by Ryanoob, keeping his next opponent off the board.
Yeah, if you're in the lead at this point, you're just going for trades. You're trying to extend it. Now 5. Ryanoob does a great job off the start. I believe he gets a...
Look at that.
Is that a post-death kill, or did he just get a nade off the spawn? Going for the triple. Almost gets it on Ace. 31 seconds remaining in this game. Sullen with a nice double, down by 5 kills. He's just looking to get those spawns. Trying to shoot down this little piece trade and see where they're going to come from, Joe.
And he saw Ace there for a second in red 2, but oh, look at this, Ryanoob. doesn't manage to get the trade, Sullen is going to take. Oh, he
Doesn't get to kill either.
Wow.
Respectful, now only down by 3 kills. He's looking to see if he can get anything there. If he would have gotten that, it would have been possible. Ace managed to get the out BR. Still, Porky J, respectful. Respectful coming in second. Ryanoob is your FFA champion. The man with the nerdiest jumps in Halo 3. Doing an excellent job securing an FFA win today.
Super